Here we go. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. And here we go. The theme is around transforming overwhelm into rebirth. So my intention is that you be assisted to use this as an opportunity to change some things about you, your life, your paradigm. Okay? So let's pray. God, Lord, all that is, all that has ever been and mattered, thank you for my life. Thank you for the good life of these young people. Only allow me to become in such a way as it contributes to my well-being. Only the highest and best outcome from all of these folks in a way that is pleasing to them. Calling in names of the divine, Atanaho, Yahweh, my Lord God, my Maker, my Designer, Ganesha, the Horn God, Allah, Yahweh. The guides that I've assembled for these calls, I ask to be highlighted now as the container. So during this process, keep your attention 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you, what I refer to as your still point, your hara, your dantian. By keeping your attention in your body, the energy will go towards your body. It'll also keep you out of my space. Keep your attention in your body. We are gathered together to utilize this time to transform overwhelm into rebirth. This is a holy and sacred time. We thank the land for its nourishment, for its support. We thank the beings of the land. And we give reverence to the ancestors that settle the lands that we are on. We acknowledge their gift. This is probably the most important part of what we'll be doing today. It's acknowledging the land, the beings of the land, and the ancestors. Having a relationship with that will keep you grounded during this time. More ground, more presence. We give thanks for the land, beings of the land, and the ancestors who settled these lands. with honor and reverence. Invite your attention now to be drawn down to the land. And you could say, I invite my attention to be drawn down to the land. A lot of metaphysical types don't like to deal with the land. It's not so interesting, but it's what gives your body wellness. And during this time where so many are overwhelmed, and so many of us who are sensitive and empaths, the more grounded you can be, the more connected to the land, the more you can rebirth yourself during this time. And clearing, 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 and cleared. Keeping your attention in your body and using your crystal or your rock, very important that you have one, placed in between me and you. Your attention is on the rock, not on me. I should say your attention is in your body and on the rock. The rock will be used as a transformer. No rock, no energy. If you need to go outside at this time and grab a rock, thank you. And for grabbing that. Certainly ask the rock if it wants to be a transformer. Keep your attention on the rock. Thank you. What we're talking about when we're talking about rebirth is alignment. And any sort of transformation comes from surrender to alignment. What do I mean by alignment? Your connection to above and your connection to the below. That you are the bridge between the unmanifest and the manifest. You are here to do whatever you're here to do, and you surrender to that plan before you came into the body. Many of the people that are being batted around are not in alignment. They're in their fear. You are the dream catcher at this point. I think you all know what a dream catcher looks like. You are the dream catcher, meaning it is around you. You're at the center, and it's up to you what you catch, what dreams you are willing to surrender to. You are the dream catcher, as if you're wearing a dream catcher tutu. And all you need to do is invite and allow. That's it. During this time of rebirth. And clearing, 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 clearing. Beautiful job. Clearing, clearing, clearing. and cleared. Nice. Focus on your crystal. If you don't have a crystal, go get one. Keeping your attention in your still point. The crystal will be your transformer. If there's any questions about what we're doing, you're certainly welcome to put it in the chat box. Know that this is not an event where I'm going to, I'm glad to help you all in a general way with what's going on, but in terms of your particular healing needs, that's a session thing, okay? So if your toe's hurting, that's not what we're gonna be doing here, okay? Teaching skills. If you need that kind of support, please call me for sessions, okay? And I do offer a 15-minute free consult for anyone who's interested in working with me. You just give a call to my phone, which is on the website, colbywilk.com. Okay. So all victory comes from surrender to enlightenment. You are the dream catcher. You just need to invite and allow what you desire. And so many of us are being forced to sit with ourselves during this time because, you know, we're stuck at home, that we're really needing to stick with our energy. And some of us are realizing, wow, this is not very comfortable sitting with myself for this long and being in my energy. You start to feel your own toxicity, your own craziness starts to permeate your aura and your home. I was great for about 3 weeks. I was really enjoying it. And then the other day I was like, oh my God, do I need to have tea with somebody? Being with myself became too much. Okay, so I'm with you. So we're going to invite in the energy of purpose. Purpose you don't go looking for. Purpose finds you. It's an energy. You allow it. In your dream catcher tutu. Okay? You're going to invite the energy of purpose. Whatever that looks like. For you. You don't need to micromanage this. You're a wave within the ocean of spirit. The wave doesn't tell the ocean what to do. The wave can invite. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So if there are questions about that before we do this, please let me know in the chat box. Let's see. Okay, well, Joseph's not happy with what we're doing according to the chat box. But anyone, Joseph, you should not participate, or somebody show me how to shut Joseph out. But Joseph, we love you, okay? So if you want to keep talking shit, you know, enjoy yourself. Have a good time. All righty. So bring your attention into your still point. 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. I, and say your name, call in the energy of purpose. This will come through your crystal. I, and say your name, call in the energy of purpose. Tension in your still point, on your rock. You're wearing your dream catcher. And it is your dream catcher that will catch the energy of purpose. There you go. And clearing, 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 clearing. I allow the energy of purpose. This is the number one complaint I hear from clients, regardless if it shows up as health or depression, anxiety, it is around purpose. They, he, she doesn't know why they're here. And they feel rudderless, meaningless. It's not so much how life is treating you, it is how you are treating life that matters. We all have a relationship with life. Some of us feel entitled that life owes us something. Some of us feel angry, or that life doesn't like us. All of us have a relationship with life itself. And clearing, 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 clearing. Keep your attention on your rock. Clearing, energy's coming through the rock to you. Clearing, clearing, thank you. Clearing, 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 and cleared. Keep your attention on your rock, in your body, on your rock. There you go. Thank you. And cleared. Clearing, 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 and cleared. Bridget, keep your attention in your body and not on me. Really, same thing. And clearing, 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 clearing. Good. Let me know how that is for you. You can write in the chat box, or if you have any questions about that. It'll give me a sense of what to do next. There are those of us who are like, wow, this is a great time to be creative and produce something, like a book, a movie, a poem, paint my house, do something really like I do, and we can't get ourselves to move. Inspiration has not shown up. for some of us. But there are these beings called muses, M-U-S-E, I believe, that are spirits of inspiration. That's their gig. So, in a moment, we'll call for a muse for you to show up in a way that is pleasing to you. Now, whether this being is external from you, like a different being, or this being is an aspect of you, doesn't matter. It's an energy, okay? Doesn't matter. I see it as separate, but that's me, okay? Hey, let's see if we got any notes. I'll put my glasses on. Let's see, I was inspired in the beginning, feeling very emotional and open. Great, sadness in the process. Feel lighter, awesome, relaxed. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So we're about to call in a muse, a being. When we call in a being, we're going to be very specific so we don't get some sort of odd hitchhiker. So bring your attention into your still point if it has wandered. To make sure that we don't get any hitchhikers, we're going to put a lock and key in effect, meaning that the being that is assigned to you will have a key to open up the lock. That is your dream catcher. That's funny. It's like a chastity belt. I didn't really think about that before. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. So, congratulations on your chastity belt, everyone. Mazel tov. Okay. So you're going to keep your attention in your still point, aware of your rock, because that's where the energy is coming through, not through me. And say your name. Invoke a lock and key method. They'll know what, there you go. They'll know what this is before I call. I say your name. Invoke a lock and key method. And whenever you're saying your name, I suggest you go with your birth name, first, middle, and last, as opposed to your maiden name or something that you call yourself now. Even if you change your legal name, because in my experience, your beings know your birth name, even if you don't identify with it anymore. That's how they know you. I say your full name, invoke a lock and key method before I call. There we go. Oh, it's awesome. I say your name, call forward a muse or muses to inspire my next aligned action. I call forward muses through the lock and key method. You could add that in if you want. To my next aligned action. I say your name, call forward muses through the lock and key action. Well, let's do this to inspire my next aligned action. So when you're aligned with the above and below, through you, then you take aligned action. You take inspired action. And we may think we need to write a book, or we may think it needs to be a video, but it may not be. Let's see what the muses do. Next step, I allow the energy of the muses. And you'll feel energy moving around you and through you. For me, it's like swirling water and very feminine. I see the muses as women, very beautiful, long-haired women in kind of goddess robes. And they invite us all, well, the ones I'm speaking to relax as if we're in a bubble bath. And they will scrub our shoulders and wash our hair, which is fabulous. Just to relax and let them relax you. Because inspiration, those of us who experience it, it generally comes when we are not seeking it. It's like, oh, what am I going to write? What am I going to do? Oh, it's not that. That's hard work. Nice. And clearing, 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 and cleared. In your mind's eye, you can look down at your dream catcher that you were at the center at and see if you can see any changes. Mine's all sparkly. If you'd like, you can write how that was for you, any questions in the chat box. Keep your attention on you. I should say in you, on your crystal. Do not get lost by the large energy. Wonderful. We've called in the energy of purpose. We've called in the muses. And in my experience, you have several muses that are with you all the time, if you choose to pay attention. And then there are visiting muses that come and go. I suggest, if you can, you stand up and jump around a little bit, change the energy of your body, do a little jumping jacks. Because it's one thing having a spiritual, quote, experience, while you're on the Zoom with me and the rest of the people. It's a whole other thing to maintain this consciousness when you're walking around or shopping at the market in your mask or around people with masks, right? Mastering your consciousness is a pretty much 24/7 job. So many of us are looking for that magic pill or magic ceremony, and ceremonies definitely help, absolutely, but there is stuff that you need to do throughout the day to keep yourself in alignment, to surrender to your alignment as opposed to your ego or what's wrong or what should happen or this isn't right. To bring your attention back to your alignment, your connection to above and below. This doesn't mean spiritual bypass, where you're up here and it's all love, and it means also acknowledging what's down here, what's below. Okay, cool. So bring your attention back to your still point. You guys are doing awesome. Back to your still point you go. 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. Reason this is the first practice I teach everyone is because if you're not centered in yourself, you're not centered. Period. There's an expression like, oh, she's the center of my life. And we all know when someone says that, that relationship is doomed, right? Because it's codependent, right? Putting your attention, your center out on somebody else. Many of us as children learn to keep our center on somebody else, our mother, our father, whoever was in control, because we're afraid. But we must learn how to put ourselves at the center. And that is not selfish. That is life-enhancing, life-preserving, and taking responsibility for yourself. So bring your attention into your still point. I'm quite the preacher today. Okay? Into your still point you go. Putting your attention on your crystal. Now, all of us have our own inner children, those aspects of us that are young and playful, childlike. Some of them are healed. When I've heard this term used before, they talk about our inner children being lost or abandoned, betrayed. And so they're on some sort of swing set in the netherworld, like ignoring you and flipping you off, right? And not trusting you. That's how I always heard the term inner child. However, there are inner children within you that are healthy, that maintain their innocence, maintain their playfulness, maintain their eagerness for life. They exist in you. And you've experienced that inner child energy when you're with a friend and you just get playful and silly. You've experienced it. They're there, they're in there. And so what I'm going to invite you to do is send your children, inner children ahead of you. Like if there's a bridge, you're going to send your inner children ahead of you to find what they desire. What's play to them? Because if you're at play, it's a very high state of consciousness. You're detached from outcome. You're open. You're eager. It's a very high state. So we're going to send them ahead of you on this bridge to explore and find what would light you up. So many of us are so downtrodden by what's happening. Oh my God, Can't shop. I can't. What's going to happen? Am I going to get sick? Is she going to get sick? Oh, what's going to happen? Is the economy going to fall apart? Let's access our inner children and send them ahead of us to explore, to find purpose. And purpose can be a heavy word, like, oh, as opposed to purpose being like, when I'm in purpose, I'm at my best. I'm light, I'm playful, I'm eager, I'm alive, just like my inner children. All right, any questions about this? Because it's a term that I'm using differently. It's a different method than I think most are used to. If you have questions, please type away in the chat box, and we will explore your questions. And if you're good to go, say good to go, or something along those lines. Let's see if anyone writes. Good to go. We got good to go. Experiencing a very specific inspiration. Okay, Miss Wolf is being re-inspired. Okay, let's see here. Any other questions before we do this? Nope. Okay. Hey, Joanne, can you mute, please? I can't seem to mute you. Billy says, I can see myself walking and picking up rocks everywhere. That's adorable. Patricia Good asks about how about addressing the safety issues of your inner child. So Pat, just to answer this question, there are parts of the inner child or inner children that don't feel safe. That's true. And that are traumatized. That's true. We're not talking about those inner children. I'm talking about the inner children that are awake, alive, inspired, that you access, because I know you, when you're playful, when you're alive and robust. There are some inner children that are whole. We're going to invite their energy to move in front of us, to lead us. I hope that makes sense, Pat. Let me know. Type away. Nope. Pat says thank you. All right, good, Pat. Cool. I got to get a bigger screen so I don't have to keep on doing the glasses. All righty. Here we go. So bring your attention into your still point. Focusing on your crystal. If you aren't sitting up, I recommend you do sit up if that is possible and comfortable for you. Nice straight spine, chest out. The more straight your spine, the more energy can run up and down. I, and say your name.
Hi.
Oh,
Darlene Marjorie Schaefer Clark.
well, glad to hear from you, but let's mute you. Let's see how we do that. Hey, Rose, we need to mute you. Let's see if we can do that. And Joanne, if you can mute yourself, please. My system is not letting me do that. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. I, say your name.
Hi. Darlene Marjorie Schaefer Clark.
Hey, Darlene, could you mute yourself?
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. I, say your name, but, okay. Unless we're Darla Clark. Okay. Invite my inner children to come forward. There we go. I, say your name, invite my inner children to come forward. Now the whistle, I don't know why I do it, but I'm told it breaks up some dense energy. In fact, I can't whistle on my own, like I'm out and about. I only whistle in session. It's very funny. I say your name, invite my inner children to come forward. Beautiful. Those of you who are healed, I ask for your attention. I ask those of you who are healed to go before me. Across this bridge to find joy. Those of you who are healed, I ask to go across this bridge before me to find joy. Those of you who are healed, I ask to go before me across this bridge to find joy. And don't visualize, just feel. Visualization is of the mind. We've already had too much of that. And the reason this stuff works, or, we're not just saying statements, we put a container around. With the help of these beings, and by you being in alignment, stuff happens. That's why this stuff works. The container of beings, your own alignment, your intention, and your willingness to allow. There we go. And your inner children that are healed run before you across this bridge into the forest and villages to find joy. Believe in their capacity, your capacity to find what really fulfills you. To use this time of overwhelm to create rebirth. Oh, I'm even inspired. And clearing, 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 and cleared. So many of us have experienced what has been told to me as golden threads, where when a real change has occurred, it felt like a thread that got pulled on, but you were led there by small choice or circumstance, and it just unfolded like dominoes. That's what your inner children are developing for you now. Golden threads, possibilities to lead you into further alignment. And as we talked about, alignment comes through surrender. And cleared. And clearing, 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 and cleared. Keeping your attention in your still point, focusing on your rock as the transmitter. If there are any questions about what we've just done or feedback, please type in the chat box. We'll do one more thing while I'm waiting for those chats. Again, if I can be further assistance, I do session work. I do a free 15-minute consult for anyone who's interested. So you can determine whether working with me would be beneficial. My number and information are on the website, colbywilk.com. I invite you, again, now this time to visualize your dream catcher around you. You are at the center of the dream catcher, because that's the truth of the matter. You are what determines what gets caught, based on your willingness to surrender. Surrender to what? Your alignment, your connection to the above and the below. You are the bridge. What is it that you're here to do? So a little explanation. As many of you know, I'm a real dog person. And if I see a dog running around, instead of rescuing it and putting it in my car, I need to ask, is that mine to do? Because it might be the kid down the street, that might be his to do, and it becomes his dog. Or he catches it or she catches it, and it's supposed to be their aunt's dog. I must ask, is that mine to do? Is that for me? The next time I'll do one of these, I think I'll do a ceremony. I call the planting a new tree ceremony for those of you who have an area of your life that is really not working. And we will plant a new seed. It's a whole ceremony. It's freaking awesome. The next, I think we'll do that, okay? And the next question is going to be, well, when is that? I don't know. I have to check in about that. Sometime next week, probably. Okay. Let's do one more thing. We ask from blessings of God. We ask to be blessed by our guides, by our angels. I'm going to invite you to bless God, to bless the Almighty, your designer, Allah, Yahweh, whatever name, aspect you want to give it. I suggest you go for the older names as opposed to the universe. Names carry power. So as a Jew, I go for Yahweh. As a Catholic, you might go for Christ or the Holy Spirit. As a Muslim, you might go for Allah. As a pagan, you might go for the horn god or goddess. Not that the universe is not the divine, but it's less potent in my experience energetically. because it has not been worshipped as long. Okay? And worship, that attention carries charge. See if there are any questions before we begin. All right, here we go. Bring your attention into your still point. Focusing on your crystal. With love and reverence, I bless, say the name, the divine. With love and reverence, I bless the Holy Spirit, the Horn God, Allah. I'll go with one. There we go. With reverence and love, I bless the divine. I bless the divine. Yes, as an old statement, give to get, that's true. And that does it. It's true. And we are giving without any sort of attachment to getting. But it is true, you do give and you do get. With the love and reverence, I bless the divine. My invitation to you this week is to practice one of the things we talked about. Your still point, inviting alignment, chatting with your muses, blessing the divine. To practice that so it gets installed in your field, so it becomes a track that you can easily find. And again, if I can be of further assistance, please let me know. With love and reverence for you all, I thank you and I honor you, and I know in my heart that you guys can use this time to rebirth yourselves into the glory that is you. I know it. And I invite you to participate in that possibility. Hey, I'll unmute you and you could say hello, assuming I could figure that out again. Let's see. Yeah, no. Hey, everyone unmute yourselves.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Colby, thank you so much.
That was fabulous.
That was awesome. Thank you for your gift.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Hey, Amy.
Thank you.
Will.
Hello. Darla, thanks for turning off your mic. Oh, hi, Rose. I didn't see you there.
Hi there, Colby. Loved it. Thank you.
My pleasure. All right.
Gracias, Colby.
Have a great
Thank you, Colby. It was wonderful and awesome
Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Colby.
again.
I put my video
Oh, hi,
on and my
Colleen.
it looks a
Hi,
lot
Colleen.
like yours.
Thank you, Colby. Love the shirt.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
I'll put the recording up as soon as I can.
It's you.
And meeting.